surprise. During a football match, one of the players took diving to a whole nother level when he decided to dive after having his ears slightly flicked by his opponent. With chimpanzees being our closest living relatives, they can manage to understand quite complex tasks, such as playing ping pong by simply observing. A crazy moment to watch is a chimpanzee in the skate park, making some cool tricks with barely any help from humans. Okay, even though this might look like it's sped up, it actually isn't. When a goalkeeper was way too far from the goalpost, he had to make a run to save the other team from scoring. And well, his speed was unbelievable. Despite this bowling player at first looking like he was in the wrong court, he actually makes an awesome strike. Sometimes things simply don't go our way. At the end of a sprint in Madrid, one of the runners simply couldn't stop in time and ended up falling off stage. Luckily, he was okay. Okay, I have no idea how this bear ended up with nunchucks, but at a zoo, a bear was showing his impressive nunchuck skills to the visitors, and everyone was pleasantly surprised and kinda terrified. A pretty cool celebration after scoring happened, when the team basically started recreating what looks like an action movie fight scene. Even though not very common, dirt bike hydroplaning is basically going through bodies of water in a dirt bike, which with some special equipment and going at high speeds, it's actually possible to pull off. Mateusz Kwiatkowski is a Polish competitor who's one of the strongest people in the world. To show his skills in the Manchester arena, he broke the world record for fastest car walk at 10 seconds on the dot.
Underway, and Kwiatkowski braces an attack stop. Look at the speed from the pole. Absolutely immoral strength. Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, are you watching? Was classic.
Okay, not 100% sure if this would be considered a sport, but a skill that wouldn't be believed if it wasn't on film is this man's ability to fly paper planes straight into watermelons. It's no secret that footballers can sometimes be a little bit exaggerated. A player took it a little too far, when after being patted on the back, he decided to flop. Usually cycling events aren't the most entertaining, because the athletes do hundreds of kilometers, so it's more about endurance than speed. But an unusual turn of events happened when a man in a bicycle outside the track was following the race while doing a wheelie. A bizarre sporting event done once is an underwater boxing match in which they make a controlled environment so the boxers can still breathe. But well, the problem is that the force needed for a punch to actually be felt underwater is a lot, since there's a lot of resistance. When one of the drivers messed up a turn and hit the wheels on the side of the track, a 1 in a million moment happened that ended the race for everyone. During a weigh-in, a sudden proposal happened when one of the fighters decided to propose to his girlfriend, who happened to be the ring girl on his upcoming match.
저도 SNS에서 봤는데 신건호 선수가 그 크리스바네 선수에게 승리를 하면은 로드.
At a university football match, one of the players in the entire crowd celebrated a little too early when the ball failed to go in, after being slowed down by the mud in the pitch. A 1 in a million moment happened in a volleyball match, when one of the players scored with her head without really noticing it. In a kind of last resort move in a doubles tennis match, Rafael Nadal tried throwing his racket up in the air to try and hit the ball. And well, it just ended up going to the audience.
So much fun out here. Whoa!
Surfing is an incredible sport that many people enjoy, but sometimes surfers depend a lot on the state of the ocean, or some people simply don't have access to the ocean. In Queensland, Australia, they placed a giant machine in a lake that creates waves for surfing, and it's unbelievable to watch. Okay, even though the camera doesn't make justice at how fast the skiers are going down, this is actually the ski world record, made in 2016, when both the men's and women's world record were broken the same day back to back, with speed of 158 and 153 miles per hour.
You looked like you were skiing better than any time. How was your run? What do you think?
When I go down, I think it's too simple.
At the Monster Jam World Finals, a gravity-defying moment happened, when one of the drivers made the first ever front flip in a monster truck. While considering the weight of those trucks are on average 12,000 pounds, it's almost unbelievable.
Flooring it right now. What? He did a front flip, Ryan? That was insane!
Okay, I'm not completely sure what happened here, but one of the footballers got confused during a match and accidentally got a little too excited and scored an own goal. With NBA players being pretty big at an average height of 6 foot 7 inches, it can be scary if one of them is coming at you. During an NBA game, in order to save the ball, Matthew Dellavedova had to make a jump, and well, he kinda landed in the announcer's table.
Here comes Dilly.
Here comes Dilly. Hey!
Tried to save him.
Whoa!
Not sure the use of this, but a man from Denmark decided to make the longest golf club in the world, which is actually functional and has been used to achieve drives of over 165 meters. A funny moment during a football game happened when the referee accidentally hit a player's helmet, and his reaction was priceless. An awesome moment to watch happened when a trampoline artist who wasn't having the best landings in the event managed to land a crazy triple flip, which was completely unexpected. An intense final lap at a NASCAR event happened when two racers were head-to-head, and seemed like it was going to be a close ending. But that's when the driver in second place got a little creative.
Pressure.
Chase is
This is what he needed right here. Chase had his
So he knows that Chase Elliott's going to try that outside move. Finally gives him enough room. Chase gets in there. Oh man, Chase really just.
During a football match when one of the players scored a goal, he went to get a well-deserved slice of pizza. Sometimes in the football field, one says go long for the other person to throw a long pass. Well, someone at NASA took it a little too seriously and decided to make a football pass that traveled 564,000 yards, considering the ISS orbits at 17,500 miles per hour. At the 2010 World Cup, after Argentina scored a goal against Mexico, the team went to celebrate, and a cameraman got a little too close, causing one of the players to bump his head against one of the camera setups.